Hello, brother. In today's video, we'll reveal the hidden attraction signals. Women give when they secretly crave you. Women show desire in ways most men never learn to see. The signals you miss are the ones that matter. She already told you what she feels. You just did not know how to listen. This has nothing to do with tricks or manipulation. It is about how men and women speak different emotional languages. Men tend to speak in words. Women speak in cues. If you cannot read cues, you walk through every interaction half blind. That is why you miss moments, misjudge interest, and stay confused while other men move with ease. They are not lucky. They are literate. They learn to read a language no one ever taught you. This changes everything. Your world is built from what you can notice. When you cannot read her signals, they do not exist to you. So attraction feels random. Connection feels rare. You are always left guessing. But when you learn this language, the fog lifts. Interest becomes clear. Intention has shape. You stop chasing shadows and start seeing what is real. This is about perception, and perception decides everything. Science backs this up. More than 70% of human communication happens without words. If you only listen to what she says, you miss most of what she means. Welcome to Become Stoic. To our loyal subscribers, you are the foundation of this brotherhood. If you are new, like the video and subscribe. Let's get into it and decode her hidden lust signals. Here is the truth most men never hear. Women use indirect communication far more than men, not to play games, but to stay safe. It is how attraction has always worked. Open desire carried real risks for women, so they learned to speak in signals instead of statements. That system still runs today. It lets her show interest while protecting her image, her safety, and her position. The right man picks it up. The wrong man never even sees it. Researchers have studied this for decades. Women use dozens of nonverbal cues to show attraction. Most men notice only a few, not because the signs are weak, but because they do not know what to look for. These signals move in patterns. They build. One sign means little. A sequence means everything. That is the difference between guessing and knowing. One man feels confused. The other sees the shift the moment it happens. Forget the obvious stuff like smiling and eye contact. Those are surface level. Real interest hides in the small movements and quiet choices, in where she places herself and how she moves toward you without saying a word. When a woman is drawn to you, she enters your space. She starts showing up where you are. The same coffee spot, the same gym hour, the same aisle you mentioned once. It looks like coincidence, but it is not. It is intention trying not to be seen. That is pattern recognition. That is intent in motion. She moves close to you, but never too close. Near enough to be felt, far enough to stay safe. This is how attraction shows itself. She sets the stage instead of stepping forward. The room starts bending around you both. Paths cross, moments open. If you do nothing, she fades out like it never mattered. Not because she lost interest, but because she already made her move and you did not see it. Most men wait for a clear approach. Meanwhile, she has been approaching the whole time, just in a quieter language. Here is the twist. When a woman is truly drawn to you, she does not always give you more attention. Sometimes she gives you less, but it is sharper. Her messages feel chosen. Her memories of you feel precise. She may not look at you long, but when you turn away, her eyes follow. That is not distance. That is focus with restraint. Casual interest is loud and spread everywhere. Real interest is controlled and selective. She is guarding something. Her feelings, her risk, her fear of being seen too clearly. Attraction raises stress in the body, not fear, but stakes. So she pulls back just enough to feel safe, yet never fully disconnects. There is always a small opening, a soft return, a glance to see if you noticed. And when she is near you, ignore her words. Watch her hands. Does she touch her hair, adjust her clothes, smooth her sleeves? Those movements are not random. They come from something ancient. When attraction hits, the body tries to look better without asking permission. That reflex has existed longer than language. She is not doing it on purpose. Her body moves before her thoughts catch up. What matters is not the touch. It is the moment it happens. If she fixes her hair around everyone, that means nothing. If she does it the second you walk in, the second your eyes meet, or right after you say something that hits, that is a reaction. Timing tells the truth. Watch what changes when you are close. The small shifts in how she sits, the way she smooths her clothes, the way her lips press together when you speak. These are reflexes, her body responding before she can hide it. Most men miss this because they only hear words. Meanwhile, her body is saying everything. Touch has its own language, and when a woman is interested, it comes in steps. She does not grab, she tests. It starts with being close. A brush of the shoulder when there was space, a knee touching yours under the table. Then it stays there just a second longer than needed. That pause is the signal. If it was a mistake, she would pull back fast. She does not. She lets it register, then she watches you. Do you stiffen? Do you pull away? Or do you stay relaxed and present? If you stay open, the touches become easier. A hand on your arm while she laughs, fingers grazing yours when she hands you something. A quick fix of your collar with a soft comment. Each one has an excuse, but the reason is connection. And this is not random. Touch triggers bonding in the brain. She may not know the science, but her body knows the effect. When she likes you, she sets up moments for closeness that feel casual, but none of them are random. Every brush, every excuse, every chance to be near you is planned. If you never meet her in that same energy, she reads it as disinterest. Then the door closes. No drama, just distance. Interest runs on time. Watch where her hours go, not what she says about being busy. Busy is real. Unavailable is a choice. A woman who has no interest will say she is busy and end it there. A woman who cares will say she is busy and give you another day. That counteroffer is everything. You will see it in smaller ways too. She replies even when she has a lot going on. She remembers things you said weeks ago. She brings them up without you prompting. She asks about your life in ways that show she has been thinking about it. That is not politeness. That is investment. People put mental energy into what they want. If she remembers your stories and builds on them, she is building a version of you in her mind, a future that includes you. She will not announce it. She will wait to see if you notice and meet her there. If you do not, she stops adding pieces. When a woman wants you, she marks space with her presence. She starts showing up in your world. A jacket left behind, a hair tie on your table, the barista knowing her order at your spot. These are not mistakes. She is planting herself into your life, creating reasons to return, turning your spaces into shared ones. She lets you step into her world in simple, low-pressure ways. Come over while I cook. Sit with me while I watch that show. She is not being casual. She is seeing how you fit into her everyday life. And when she wants you there, she quietly protects that space. Other men get blocked without drama. She suddenly has plans. Someone is coming over. Her week is full. To them, it sounds like rejection. In reality, she is keeping her time and energy open for you. That is how attraction defends itself. What people value, they guard. She is saving her hours, her space, her attention for you. If you do not make room for her in return, she reads that as a lack of interest. Then the door she opened slowly shuts. Listen to what she says, but listen deeper than the words. Women speak through meaning, not just sentences. When she says she never does this, she is telling you that you matter. When she says she is not looking for anything serious, she is saying she is protecting her heart. When she says you should hang out sometime, she is waiting for you to choose the moment. Most men hear the phrase. The man who understands hears the invitation underneath it. Here is the truth. When she speaks in maybes and some days, that is not disinterest. That is self-protection. She leaves herself an escape in case you do not want her back. Women fear rejection too. For a long time, showing desire came with real risk for them. So they talk in soft openings instead of hard statements. They offer a door and wait to see if you walk through it. That is the test. She says she is bad at cooking. If you agree, you missed it. If you smile and say you will cook for her one day, you heard what she really meant. She was not talking about food. She was seeing if you would step closer. And if you do not, she does not explain. She simply pulls back. The chance closes, quietly. This is not about games. It is about how women learn to communicate desire while staying safe. They are not trying to confuse you. They are speaking a language built on subtlety and risk. Most men do not fail because they are unworthy. They fail because they were never taught how to listen. And that is the good news. This can be learned. Once you start noticing the patterns, the world changes. You see the meaning in her pauses, in where she places herself, in the way she touches, in the time she makes, in the way she protects space for you. When you learn to read that language, attraction stops feeling random. You realize she has been talking to you the whole time. The question is not whether the signals are there. They always were. The question is whether you are finally ready to see them. If you enjoyed this video, tap like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I will see you in the next one.